That Goldman Sachs is considering the potential downside risk when making decisions when it comes to its business.
Yeah, they're clearly hunkering down for what they call a tougher environment, considering the macro backdrop. They came out, Goldman President John Waldron today warned that the trading business is tracking 25% lower this quarter compared to a year ago. Now, a year ago, Goldman was seeing bumper gains. It is perhaps normalizing, but it is interesting to see the reaction in the markets. The Goldman stock was down more than 2.3% today relative to every other major peer being up, which tells you that at least investors were expecting Goldman to hold on to the gains that they saw them achieve last year. But the fact that they are saying that the business is going to see a slowdown is concerning for them. But it's not just the trading business. Waldron also pointed out that the investment banking business is sluggish. Capital markets activity has not picked up to the pace that they'd like. Their big trading partners, their clients, are exhibiting a risk-off tone. And on the other side of the ledger, the big company CEOs they are dealing with, they feel are being pretty cautious. All in all, those are two key elements, two key partners driving Goldman Sachs business. And if there is a little bit of concern, pause, and conservative behavior exhibited from those parties, that is going to affect how Goldman Sachs performs.
Sridhar, you did mention there Goldman down, but the other banking stocks doing okay. But these problems aren't unique to Goldman, are they? We've heard similar sorts of commentary from Morgan Stanley, Bank of America as well, right?
No, absolutely. Clearly, I mean, Bank of America is a little different. It didn't have the same kind of outsized gain that some of the other banks exhibited last year, and therefore they are expecting their trading revenue to be about flat-ish this quarter. Those were the words of Brian Moynihan, the CEO. But in general, it is clear when you listen to the executives at JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley or Goldman Sachs that trading activity isn't going gung-ho this quarter. Investment banking has not picked up. In fact, yesterday, Morgan Stanley co-president Andy Saperstein said investment banking has been in a sustained trough starting from some point last year, and that is a concern for the biggest players in the investment banking space.